Hi everybody, welcome to City Beat. I'm your host, Nancy Byrne, and we are coming to you from my home for the holidays. So welcome. I have with me Nellie and Bear, a couple of rescues who pretty much run the place, so I cannot be held responsible for what they do throughout this show. You know, we're going to start downtown where some other animals are featured. If you haven't seen this new feature, you might have smelled it. But to horse lovers, it smells like heaven. It's a new arena and practice area there for NFR. Now, it is the result of a temporary arena being placed outside the plaza last year for NFR. It was so successful, the plaza management said, let's do it again. In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, right across the street from the sleek City Hall, you'll find a taste of old Las Vegas. Yes, that is where horses and cattle will be setting up shop for the National Finals Rodeo and much more. This is the official opening of Core Arena at the Plaza. City and business leaders gathered to celebrate this unique downtown opening and to pet some of the horses.
Thank you all for coming here to celebrate the grand opening of the Core Arena behind us. We're very excited about this new amenity for the plaza and for downtown, and to welcome back the NFR to Las Vegas, so thank you all.
This arena is here because last year a temporary arena proved to be a big success. So people at the plaza thought, why not do it again and make it permanent?
Where else in Las Vegas can you kiss your horse goodnight and then go inside and gamble and have dinner?
Mayor Carolyn Goodman said the continuing diversification of the downtown means continuing success.
And so today you're all part of something new and exciting. That's living in Las Vegas. We are about excitement and change and growth and doing things that make our place unique. And this is a new event center unique to our downtown. So congratulations, Jonathan. And we're so proud. Go Las Vegas and go downtown.
After presenting a proclamation honoring this day, former Mayor Oscar Goodman, with his signature Showgirls and Martini, explained while we are stepping forward with this great new project, it's actually like a step back into our history, when Las Vegas was a mere watering hole for travelers.
That is how this whole place started, and now we're going back years later and we're talking about cattle again, and we're talking about a vibrant community. And I have to say this, I think that this is as cool as it gets. I don't think there's another city that has had the foresight and the leadership on the part of the private sector to be able to do something like this.
And of course, in true Oscar Goodman style, he made a promise to patrons of his namesake restaurant, Oscar's in the Plaza.
We will not get any of the steaks from the bulls that will be performing here. The steaks will be grass-fed, not sand-fed.
Also present for the ceremony, a cowboy who really knows the ropes about rodeos and who says he will be back to utilize the arena.
You don't really realize the detail and the depth that goes into the planning on this, and all the way from the security and the parking, the horse amenities, and best of all, it's all within steps of my motel room at the plaza. So that's very well thought out, and I appreciate that.
1, 2, 3.
The reason we're doing this is last year we had a temporary facility out here where we did a practice arena, and the success of that and the way that we sold out not just the stalls but the hotel business and the way the NFR came downtown, we decided we wanted to make this even bigger. So we've doubled the size of it, we've added another 120 stalls, and we are very excited about the rodeo presence in downtown Las Vegas.
And with that, the ribbon was cut on Core Arena with the promise of NFR excitement and so much more. We're going to stay on the horse theme for a little while. You know, we live in an amazing city where there seem to be surprises around every single corner. When my husband Jim and I moved here to the northwest part of the city, we loved the rural feel and the horses and the horse trails. We were out walking one day and we came upon a property with some magnificent horses. I've been walking by and petting them ever since, but never knew what their story was. Well, recently I found out their story, and now I'm not only in awe of the horses, but their owners as well, and I hope you are too. You're technically in the city of Las Vegas, but out here in the great Northwest, and you come upon this, a property just over 2 acres in size with 17 horses. Some so large when they run you can actually feel the earth move under your feet.
Half of them are big draft horses, most of them are Belgians.
between 18 and 19 hands. And they're between 2,000 to 2,500 pounds. And then we have a black Percheron. So those are the draft horses.
Also part of the group are smaller horses, but equally impressive in their appearance and grace.
The other horses are Aztecas. We have 3 Aztecas, which is half Andalusian, half quarter horse. We have 2 miniature horses. We have a Arabian Stallion and then 2 Norwegian Fjords.
This is not just someone's idea of collecting a variety of horses for a hobby. The 17 horses, along with a group of trainers, aerialists, and vaulters, make up the team that performs Gladius the Show. Here's a small taste. Eric Matanovich and Alethea Shelton are co-owners of the team. Eric's wife, Lisa, also has a hand in the creative direction of the show. All of the performers are dedicated to making sure the show is worth seeing over and over again.
Well, the show is kind of me and Alethea's brainchild, and it's one of the really interesting things with it is that we never stop evolving it. Every time we're out there, we're upgrading it. So we're out here training and coming up with new ideas and changing things. And so people will see it that saw it last year, will come see it again this coming season and be, wow, I didn't see all that stuff. This is a totally different thing.
Every one of the performers you see here is either a powerhouse aerialist or vaulter, or both. For them, this may have started as a hobby, but now it's a way of life. Eric was on his first pony at the age of 3 and ended up competing internationally as an equestrian vaulter. Alethea also competed nationally as a vaulter. Nicole and Lisa are as comfortable standing on the back of a 2,000-pound horse as you and I would be standing on solid ground. What they do with these horses and on these giant metal props is not for the faint of heart. But to hear them speak of performing, you know it comes from their heart. And they are extraordinarily dedicated to Gladius the Show and their horses.
Whatever has to happen to make this work is what we do. So in the gym every day, out here working the horses every day. If we're not doing enough shows to come up with feed money, then figuring out other gigs or getting a job or doing whatever we got to do on top of that to make sure that we have the money to take care of the horses.
It's keeping ourselves conditioned, keeping all the horses very conditioned, daily care of the horses, which is feeding, cleaning, vet care, grooming. I mean, we're training at least 4 hours every day, and then we train ourselves aside from that. It is a labor of love. There's no way that we would do this if we didn't love it, because we're absolutely insane.
And as much as they love what they do on the horses, they love the horses even more.
You can tell the second you get in a pasture with them, they flock to you like puppies. So it's really obvious that they are given a lot of love. They are always fed before we are. Everything on the road, we take into consideration how it's going to be for them over what our conditions will be. They're number one in our books.
A true testament to the love they have for these gentle giants. Well, to us, they may look like carbon copies of each other. But Eric says they all know the personalities, even the gait of each and every one.
It's like twins. If you just meet them, you have no idea. They all look the same. But for us, I can literally be out here in the dark and hear them walking and know which one's which.
Twice a year, they have a performance for the community. People come out to Leon Drive near Elkhorn with folding chairs and pickup trucks to watch them perform for free.
There's not really a technical reason to do it. And it's just fun to bring the community together, have everyone come out and check it out. Make sure that they don't hate us for having all the horses and dust and everything else around.
So now you know, just as I have learned, if you are ever wandering around Northwest Las Vegas and happen upon these beauties, they're not just pretty faces, they're athletes, highly trained, and very much loved by the owners and performers of Gladius the Show. Now, the group performs all over the country, mainly in the Southwest, and they also do performances here in Las Vegas. You can keep up on everything they are doing, including a couple of free shows that they throw right there on their property by going to their website, gladiustheshow.net. We're going to stay with a country theme here. If you are familiar with country music, then certainly you are familiar with the group Florida Georgia Line. They were recently honored by Mayor Carolyn Goodman in City Council chambers. The country duo Tyler Hubbard and Brian Kelly from Florida Georgia Line were honored December 11th, and it was declared Florida Georgia Line Day, commemorating the band's limited residency kicking off at Planet Hollywood. Florida Georgia Line really came on the music scene back in 2012 and have continued to thrill audiences and country music lovers since. Their hits include Cruise and Meant to Be. Hubbard and Kelly received a proclamation from the mayor, but just as exciting, our mayor received a special token of appreciation from the band, a bottle of whiskey produced by the group. I wonder if Mayor Oscar Goodman will set down his martini for a minute to enjoy some whiskey. I doubt it. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to take you to a cycling race that's not your typical cycling. Stay with us. Congratulations to the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month, Savante Manor. Savante is a community program specialist and has been with the city for 20 years. There are many examples of how he adheres to our city values to be a model employee. Like earlier this year, when he was notified toward the end of the day that the rain had flooded home plate at one of our ball fields. City leagues were getting ready to play, but the flooded home plate area was going to make it impossible. Rather than having the teams cancel games, Savante grabbed a rake and shovel, headed out to the field, and moved dry dirt in from the outfield to get the field back in shape and game ready. Another example was when Savante encountered a young man in front of City Hall moaning and clutching his head next to his vehicle. Without concern for himself, Savante notified the marshals there was a man in trouble, then knelt down next to him and comforted him until the marshals arrived to help. For his kindness and dedication to every citizen in the city, we congratulate Savante Manor, the City of Las Vegas Employee of the Month.
We are so...
Drop that baby.
Here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we have pep talkers standing by to get you motivated for your GED diploma. Text the name Terry to 69222 for a sympathetic pep talk.
You show people what you really are.
Or for a gentle pep talk, text the name Deborah.
You know you're going to make people very proud of you.
And if that's not enough, text the name Danny for an extreme pep talk.
Prove everyone wrong. Show them you're the boss.
Get your GED pep talk and find free GED classes. Text the name of the person you want a pep talk from to 69222.
Welcome back to City Beat from my home for the holidays. Well, in our first segment, we talked about performances and sports involving horses. Well, we're going to switch gears, literally, and now talk about cycling. Recently, the Nevada State Cyclocross Championship was held here in our community at Craig Ranch Park. And of course, we couldn't tear our cycling maniac and photographer Eric Sorensen away from the competition. So here we're going to take you to a cycling race and navigating an obstacle course, otherwise known as cyclocross.
What's up?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Nevada State Championship cyclocross race.
There's a tradition between northern and southern Nevada for the past 4 years. We've had a Nevada championships of sort. So each year it goes from north to south, and this year it was south.
Okay guys, if you're buying a one-day license, you need to fill this out, so you can take that and start filling that out.
The first race will be the category 4-5.
This is awesome. It was great that Team Hammersaw took up the mantle and put on this event.
Okay, so the number needs to go on the right side of the jersey, and then sleeves.
Awesome. We started thinking about, okay, where can we do this? And we wanted a lot of open space, a lot of places where we could just, you know, kind of just build what we wanted to.
How's the course looking so far?
Looks pretty good. I see a couple segments. Okay, be careful of, watch this spot, but it's a doable course for sure. Make sure everyone gets registered, get the numbers pinned on. We have some wiggle room with the schedule, so welcome everybody and thank you for coming.
It's going to be a great day of racing.
Staging is right here in the bricks.
If we survive.
Try to make it a little longer, little something for everybody. There's some power sections, there's technical sections, so everything that we could find, we tried to make.
with losing Cross Vegas, that did put a big dent in the Las Vegas cyclocross calendar. But something like this, man, this is a phenomenal replacement. This is really a good day. This is a phenomenal course. The day is beautiful. They really included all the elements of cyclocross within the park here, and it was really fun. And I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better day. This is phenomenal.
Caught us off guard, man. Yeah.
Having events like this, maybe a couple times a year, I think people will stay engaged because, you know, cyclocross, you know, it's a very specific discipline. It's not one of the, it's not mountain biking, it's not road riding. But like for me, I ride my cyclocross bike all winter, you know, so it's because it's a little bit of a hardier bike, and you know, then to have an event just to come out and kind of shake off the cobwebs and see what kind of fitness you have. I just really hope people continue to support it. And if we continue to put on good events like this, I think it'll continue to grow.
Come on, first.
The race was sponsored by Team Hammersaw. Thank you, Eric Sorensen, once again for a great story on cyclocross. You know, we've got it all here in the city. We've talked horses, we've talked cyclocross, now we're going to talk art. There are so many great places in the city of Las Vegas where you can go and take in some great art for free. In fact, right now at City Hall in one of our art galleries, we have an exhibit on display that has all disciplines from photography to sculpture to painting. In fact, the only thing this exhibit has in common are the people that put the exhibit together. Whether you're a fan of sculpture, ceramics, acrylic, or photography, you will find it in the current exhibit here at City Hall's Chamber Gallery. In fact, there is so much to see. It extends out into the lobby in front of our City Council chambers. While it is never surprising to see art displayed in our City Hall, what may surprise you is who's behind this particular show.
I think it's really great, and this year there are many more images and there are many more pieces of work in here, which is really great. I think it shows that you know, there's a lot of art in this community, and it's being created by a lot of different people, no matter what your skill level is. You know, some of it, there's a marble sculpture here, there's stained glass, there's paintings, there's photography. It's just an array of things that, you know, that are being created by people who you would never think of as being artists.
That's right. These wonderful artistic creations could very well have been done by the same person who teaches your child in school, fixes potholes on your street, or shoots and edits stories for City Beat like this one you are watching right now, Steve Horlock. This is the annual Public Employee Art Exhibit, and as always, it is a favorite in City Hall for art lovers and the artists.
It's really a good opportunity for people to get their artwork seen. An artist needs to get their work seen by the public, otherwise they don't get the feedback that they need to encourage them to do more work.
David Seidner uses variety in his creations. The one on display here is hard to miss because, as he explains, it sort of takes on a life of its own.
Being Volta, it's an entity unto itself, and I tried to make something, and I think it works, that it comes alive with the ambient light. Give it more light, the LEDs light up. There's no batteries, it doesn't plug in, so you can put it on the wall, give it some light, and it'll come alive.
Stephanie Bethel uses the sun to create photos, then layers those photos with other elements.
So I call this photography without a camera. So I created these 2 photographs without using a camera. So the underlying images were just, you just put them out in the sun and you develop them and then you process them, in your stop bath and fixer. And then there are other images that were laid on top of that are scanned in as part of a scanography project that I did. And so I composited the images and combined them and then worked with them a little bit in Photoshop.
Both Stephanie and David are happy to see local artists given the chance to be seen at shows like this, and even happier to see the arts in general being given more and more space in the city to shine.
I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to get my work seen, and I hope that I can participate more in more events and more shows.
I'm very happy that my images were selected and they're part of the program. So I just think it's a great thing that the city and the county do. They show a lot of local artists. I think people don't realize, again, how much art is really created in our community.
The Public Employee Art Exhibit will be in City Hall's Chamber Gallery through January 10th. For more information on that and anything art in our city, you can go to artslasvegas.org. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to throw some holiday spirit your way, starting with a special message from our Mayor, Carolyn Goodman.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back to City Beat from my home for the holidays. And of course, I'm sitting here with Nellie. Bear's wandering around the house somewhere. We always love to check in with our Mayor, Carolyn Goodman, at this time of the year. She always has such a warm and genuine message, not only for you, our residents, but for city staff, and in fact, the entire country. You know the routine. We go to see the mayor every year around this time so she can say hello to you for the holidays.
Come on in.
Hi.
Well, hi, everyone. How exciting.
You know what? I think she might have been expecting us, or do you always just keep a light and tripod posted here?
Absolutely full time. I just loved the socialization, and certainly I knew enough to be in red for the holidays. So what a great time this is. Are we having fun?
We are. We're going to let him put this on the tripod, maybe? Do you want to put that on the tripod? This is not rehearsed at all. We just like to give you an opportunity to, say hello to your peeps.
Oh my gosh. We have the best team in Las Vegas I've ever seen on any team anywhere. Eagles included, Golden Knights, whom I love so much, and the Aces, so many things going on here, and soon to be our Raider team. But we have the Las Vegas Lights. I love everybody, but our Las Vegas team, our staff is just the best, our council and everybody, because we all love being part of this great community, and especially at the holidays, it gives us such a special time to reflect on, wow, this has been a very building, strong year for us.
We have a lot to be grateful for, and as we look forward to 2019, so many of us can't believe it's 2019. Where did all these years go? But it's a great time, and for everyone who's part of Las Vegas and anybody in Nevada, actually in the United States, you know, we just wish you a good, safe, happy, healthy, productive, and caring holiday season. Whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa or any other celebration, it really is about all of us being together, respecting each other, and being full of love and admiration. So have a great time, and just know there's no place like Las Vegas.
Thank you, Mayor Goodman, and we certainly all wish the very same for you and your beautiful family. You know, our city leaders are really dedicated to making sure everyone has a good holiday season, whether that means throwing a holiday party in a park or a community center or lighting the tree on Fremont Street. There's something for everyone. So we thought we'd let you just sit back and enjoy some of the holiday festivities, courtesy of our city council and our mayor.
3, 2, and 1. Hey, there you go.
Run, Santa, run. Have an opportunity village today. Hey, hey. Lace on up your tennies and button up your Santa suits. We're gonna show the world what a mighty herd Santa can do. Bring along your reindeer and help us too. Come on, everybody, time to shake the hoop. And as we're dancing and we're racing, there's a lot of celebrating to do. Oh yeah, run, Santa, run.
We want to thank photographer and editor Jim D., who covers just about all those events and who put that piece together for you to enjoy. Well, that does it for another City Beat and another holiday season. We want to thank you so much for joining me, Nellie, and Bear, and we hope you have a very safe holiday season and a great new year. We'll see you again soon.